In this video, I'm going to show you how to loosen a stiff neck in seconds. Stay tuned. Hey everyone, Dr. Rowe coming to you from Spine Care in St. Joseph, Michigan. In this video, we're going to go over some easy exercises that can quickly loosen a stiff neck. This one is especially good if you woke up one morning and just find that you can't turn your head towards one side without a lot of pain and stiffness. This first exercise is going to really target muscle tightness. That's muscle knots, spasms, and trigger points. It's going to be a blend of a self-massage and a lengthening stretch in there to get more pain-free range of motion. For this one, we can use a couple different things. You can use your thumb. You can also use something round and soft like a tennis ball, so kind of cupping it like this and doing that massage. And you're probably wondering why I have a spoon in my pocket, because I'm going to show you a way to take this one to the next level by using a large metal spoon and really digging into those spots to get a lot of relief. So definitely don't miss this one. So let's build into some motions that you might be having difficulty with. Usually for most people, it's turning the head in rotation like this to look over one shoulder. What you want to do is build into that motion, kind of stretching into it as much as you can and stopping right before the point where it's going to increase pain or discomfort. So stop right before that point. In this position, you should already start to feel a lot of tight, achy muscles start to activate. And that's a good thing because now we can pinpoint them. So what you're going to do is take your tennis ball or your thumb right there, and you're going to hold this stretch and now do a light circular massage into those tight, achy muscle fibers. Only go into the muscle, stay off anything bony, like the skull and the spine. I like to hold all of these positions for 20 seconds, doing a light circular massage, moving my thumb all over the place and targeting any spots that need it just a little bit more. From there, you're going to relax. On the next repetition, you're going to notice that you have a little bit more pain-free range of motion. You can just stretch into it just a little bit more. And at that point, repeat this process. I'd like to do it about 3 to 5 times or until you feel like you're not getting any more improvement or that muscle tightness has released completely. And I do recommend doing all of these moves on both sides to keep them in balance. If you really want to take the rotational stretch to the next level and target some more muscles, you can do what is known as an armpit sniffer, and you're going to see here in just a second why we call it that. So let's get back into our rotational stretch. Look over your shoulder as much as you can, and now what you're going to do is grab your hand, hook the back of your head like this, and passively pull your chin downward towards your armpit. This time around, you're going to feel a deep, intense stretch forming from the top of the shoulder blade into the neck towards the side of the ear right here. This hits a muscle called the levator scapula, big instigator of tension headaches. At that point, just target those tight, achy muscles as needed. Again, a 20-second hold. If you have a lot more difficulty bending or tilting your head, kind of like taking your ear towards your shoulder, what we need to focus on is a muscle called the upper trapezius. Pretty much runs from the top of the shoulder into the side of the neck. So let's get into that motion. I'm going to take my ear towards my shoulder as much as I can, stopping before the point of discomfort. And at this point, you can start to attack those tight, achy muscles. I like to go right behind the ear right here, go into the side of my neck, and then just work my way down to the top of the shoulder. If you want to take this one to the next level, take your hand, hook the side of your head right here. Now passively pull your ear towards your shoulder. This will really open up that neck, and I really feel it in that top muscle right here, that upper trapezius. If you want to take this one to even the next level, and I don't even know how many levels we're on at this point, what you want to do is get back into this stretch and then rotate your chin upward towards the ceiling. You'll feel that muscle grab. It usually feels pretty good. And at that point, I just dig in there and then switch to the other side and repeat. If you're having difficulty bending the head, going into flexion, or taking it backward into extension, this is how we can target this movement. I'm going to take 2 fingers, I'm going to place them on my chin and then press my chin backward doing a head retraction until you feel a very gentle activation of the neck muscles. Let's start with flexion, that is taking our head forward. I'm going to hold this position, but this time around I'm going to take my hand on the other side, hook the back of my head right here, and now passively scoop forward, pulling my chin downward towards my chest. You'll really feel these top muscles start to fire. These are called suboccipitals. They're right below the base of the skull, a big hot spot for tension headaches. So at that point, you can use your fingers to massage those muscles. For this one, I really like to take that tennis ball and just dig right in there. It usually feels really, really good at that point. And you can also experiment with some rotation with this one. So while you're doing the pulling motion forward, turn your head towards one direction. You'll notice that it opens up the neck just a little bit better. So if that offers more relief, go towards the left, go towards the right, throw some repetitions in and target those tight, achy muscles. For extension, what we want to do is something very similar. Taking 2 fingers, you're just going to put them on your chin, drive the head back until you feel those muscles fire, but this time around we're going to look upward towards the ceiling. I usually feel it more in the mid-neck, so if you have a lot of mid-neck pain, this is a really good way to go in there and target those muscles. And you can also do that turning motion to see if that helps out just a little bit more. So let's move on to my favorite technique, which is the muscle scraping or the gua sha. This one is really good because I think that you can pinpoint areas just a little bit more and get some more relief. For this one, we need a large metal spoon. You want one with a little bit more thickness to it, you'll get better results. And we also need a form of lubrication. Anything like a massage lotion or oil that is designed to be put on the skin will work. I like to use my coconut oil, but you can use anything that you want. Start off by coating the whole neck, not the front though, just the back, with that lubrication. I also recommend putting it on the top of the shoulders here and the upper back. We're going to focus on everything. And for this video, I'm not going to put any on because I don't feel like wearing massage lotion for the rest of the day. I'm going to take my spoon right here, and it doesn't matter what spot of the spoon you use. You can use the handle, the rounded portion, the tips, experiment with it. Anything that works better for you, go with it. But what you're going to do is start at the top, right here on those suboccipital muscles below the base of the skull. Take your spoon, I'm going to use the handle right here, and you're going to just take it at roughly a 30 to 45 degree angle. And again, we're only going to go over soft tissue and muscle, staying off the spine and also the skull, and we're going to work top down. We're scraping downwards with this one. You're just going to apply enough pressure where it's going to be a gentle self-massage, and you're just going to do a nice slow stroke downwards. I like to go over one spot roughly 5 to 10 times, and then I just move over a different spot and repeat, going pretty much over the whole neck from top, bottom, on both sides. You're probably going to notice that one certain spot is more painful. It might also feel like it's very gritty, almost like sandpaper. That's a spot of adhesion, and you really want to focus on that one just a little bit more. So throw some more repetitions in at that spot until you feel it break up, because that could definitely be causing your stiffness and your pain. You also may notice while doing this exercise that redness starts to form on the top of the skin. That is completely normal. I don't know if you can see it over the video, but that is blood flow coming into the area, which helps promote healing. So pretty much do this all over the neck, focusing on any spot that needs it a little bit more. The nice thing is that if you want to take this one to the next level, start building into those motions that we just did earlier, because you're going to start to pinpoint areas that need a little bit more tension. So if you have difficulty turning your head, do the same movement. If you have difficulty tilting the head, you can do this pretty much from the top of the ear all the way down into the shoulder. I would recommend switching over to different spots of the spoon right here, digging into different areas, really experimenting, exploring as much as you can, and whatever offers you more relief, go with it. So here's one of my favorite go-tos when I personally get a stiff, painful neck. This one is called the towel method. We're just going to need a medium-sized hand-drying towel. Start off by rolling it up and placing it on the top of the neck, right below the base of the skull. Take the two ends, pull forward until you feel a very good amount of support being formed over that part of the neck by the towel, and it should cause a little bit of a self-massage too, which feels generally pretty good. Let's say that you have difficulty turning your head towards one direction. Maybe it's towards the right side. Whatever side that you're turning towards, that end of the towel is going to be our stable anchor point. So that side's hand is not going to move. Instead, we're going to pull forward until we feel a very good amount of support. And now the other end right here, we're going to raise up so the end is above our eye. We don't want to go over it like this. And we're going to hook the side of our head. The movement from here is very easy. We're going to turn our head to look over our shoulder while also using the towel right here to support that movement and passively pull into it just a little bit more. So go to the point where it's a deep, comfortable stretch, but right before the point where it's going to cause more pain or discomfort. Hold this one for 20 seconds. You're going to relax it and then build into it on the next repetition just a little bit more. You'll probably notice that you have a little bit more pain-free range of motion. I like to do this one for 3 to 5 repetitions. And then from there, I just switch to the other side and repeat to make sure that I keep everything in balance. And then from there, I'd like to lower the towel down a little bit and then repeat this, because you're going to notice it hits the neck just a little bit differently. So experiment with going towards the top, towards the middle, and then the lower part of the neck. You're going to find that one certain spot is pinpoint. It's the pinpoint spot that's causing the tightness and the pain. At that point, you want to throw more repetitions in. It's just a good way to really identify that one spot that needs just a little bit more attention. Let's take this one to the next level by now doing a pulling motion known as traction. Think of a very deep stretch that quickly takes pressure off of muscles, joints, and spinal discs that might be causing sharp shooting pains down into the shoulder, down into the arm. So it's really good for bulging and herniated discs. For this one, I'm going to cross my arms over just like this. And then one end is going to be kept locked straight like this. The other end, what I'm going to do is then raise it up towards the ceiling, so it's off our eye again, hook the side of our head, but this time around, not only are we going to turn our head, but we're going to pull upward towards the ceiling at the same time. This one usually feels really, really good. So we get a nice rotation with it, but also an opening pulling motion at the same time. 20-second hold, you're going to relax. On the next repetition, try to build into it just a little bit more. 3 to 5 repetitions, switch sides to keep everything in balance. If you have a lot of difficulty tilting your head towards your shoulder, this is how we can attack that upper trapezius muscle. So let's take our towel, throw it over our shoulder just like this, and grab the end with our other hand just like this. You're going to take your towel and now just put it pretty much right at the top of the shoulder, hooking it kind of like 45 degrees towards your chest, and then your arm's just going to go locked on your chest. The movement from here is very simple. Let's pull down with the towel as much as we can, and now we're going to tilt our head and our ear towards the other side shoulder. You'll notice a deep opening stretch, but this towel's really going to help dig into that muscle, offering more muscle tightness relief. 20-second hold, you're going to relax. On the next repetition, lower it down a little bit and repeat. Go pretty much from the side of the neck, working all the way towards the top and also the side of the shoulder. You're going to find that one certain spot, like let's say right here for me, just offers more relief. You want to throw in about 3 to 5 repetitions at that point, and then just switch to the other side and repeat. If the exercises helped, please support the channel by giving this video a like and maybe subscribing too. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks for watching.